Good afternoon, fellow colonists. Welcome back to my YouTube channel with your local founding father. It is Benjamin Franklin speaking, currently being January 23rd, 1787. If you happen to be a frequent visitor of my channel, you have most likely seen my previous videos on several of my inventions, such as my stove, lightning rod, and bifocals, or perhaps even my school tour on the First University of Pennsylvania. I'll put those videos up for reference if you would like to go check them out. However, this video is going to be a little different than usual. In the humblest way, this is going to be my first video on something that I did not invent myself. I did, in fact, just publish an essay on it though, first featured in the Columbian magazine around a month ago. It is titled The Morals of Chess, and thus that will be the main focus for today's video. And we shall get right into it about now, shall we?
As I've written in my essay, playing at chess is the most ancient and the most universal game known among men, for its original is beyond the memory of history. Europe has had it above 1,000 years. The Spaniards have spread it over their part of America, and it begins lately to make its appearance in the States. As an agent for colonial interests in London, I played a 3-month series of sociable chess matches with Lady Caroline Howe in her Grafton Street townhouse in my efforts to bring about reconciliation and a peaceful solution to the constitutional divergence that was growing between England and our American colonies. However, that certainly did not work out. But in the least, I was able to hone my chess skills. I've come upon a painting of us playing, apparently depicting me being placed in checkmate by Lady Howe. I'm not so sure how I feel about this particular painting, but I do not believe you need to know that I was being checkmated. Yes. However, in chess, I see a mirror of life, and thus I preached its virtues in my work of the morals of chess. Hear me out. The game of chess is not merely an idle amusement. Several very valuable qualities of the mind, useful in the course of human life, are to be acquired or strengthened by it, so as to become habits, ready on all occasions. For life is a kind of chess in which we have often points to gain and competitors of adversaries to contend with, and in which there is a vast variety of good and ill events that are, in some degree, the effects of prudence or the want of it. I would also like to talk a little bit about what one may learn from the playing of chess. Number one is foresight, for one must consider the consequences that may attend an action, for it is continually occurring to the player. If I move this piece, what will be the advantages of my new situation? What use can my adversary make of it to annoy me? What other moves can I make to support it and to defend myself from his attacks? Number two is circumspection, which is surveying the whole chessboard or scene of action, the relations of the several pieces and situations, the dangers they are respectively exposed to, the several possibilities of their aiding each other, the probabilities that the adversary may make this or that move or attack this or that piece, and what difference means can be used to avoid his stroke or turn its consequences against him. Number three is caution, which is not to make our moves too hastily. If you touch a piece, you must move it somewhere. If you set it down, you must let it stand. As these rules should be observed, the game thereby becomes more the image of human life, and particularly of war, in which if you have incautiously put yourself into a bad and dangerous position, you cannot obtain your enemy's leave to withdraw your troops and place them more securely, but you must abide all the consequences of your rashness. And lastly, we learn by chess the habit of not being discouraged by present bad appearances, in the state of our affairs, the habit of hoping for favorable change, and that of preserving in the search of resources. The game is so full of events. There is such a variety of turns, and the fortune of it is so subject to sudden vicissitudes. One so frequently, after contemplation, discovers the means of extricating oneself from a supposedly insurmountable difficulty, that one is encouraged to continue the contest to the last, in hopes of victory by our own skill, or at least of giving a stalemate by the negligence of our adversary. Now, I will turn to the wonderful invention of chess.com and demonstrate to you the power you may obtain with the knowledge of the top-tier scholars.
In this case, we are white, hoping that black will carry out exactly what we want them to do. So, in order to start the game, white will go e4, classic book move, black to e5, white moves out bishop to c4, black knight to c6, white advances the powerful queen to h5, black tries to attack queen with knight to f6, and finally white queen takes pawn on f7, successfully forcing checkmate and winning the game in a grand total of 4 moves. However, more experienced players can quite easily counter this mate, so the game will go on observing all the important qualities of foresight, circumspection, and caution, both in chess and in life. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe down below. Thank you.